Now our bodybuilding women, our bodacious bods, are clothed in some of the hottest new workout fashions. So let's bring them out, starting with Nikki. Come on out, ladies. Here's Nikki. Look at that sensational outfit. Sha-Ri behind her. Come on. Take your time, ladies. Take your time. There's Debbie Mugli. Okay, Debbie. Oh, look what Sharon's wearing. That's sensational. And Kim. Yes, Kim. Whoa, very nice. Debbie. Oh, Debbie. I like that. That's great. And of course, we have Linda. Stand up again, girlfriend. You could go dancing in that outfit. Oh, that is major hot. Whoa. Golly. I like that. I like it. Now, are they really pick-up places, the bodybuilding gyms?
Oh, well, we're serious when we're in the gym, but believe me, when we're in the locker room, we talk about a lot of interesting things. We do, yeah.
You're out too. You can find small little old gyms that are very hardcore and serious training, but most of the gyms nowadays are more of a social area. There are a lot of people that are serious when they go to the train, or it's almost like going to a bar in the daytime. So many people mingle, socialize. It's the place to
we spend so much time in the gym. That's where a lot of my friends are, and you get to know the people. You know, that's who you go to dinner with after you train. Oh, let's go eat. So you get to know people. That's how I met my fiance.
Well, actually, I'm quite boring. You know, I just go and train and leave.
Somehow, I don't think that's all there is to you, girl. And that outfit, that is some. What is that?
This is my new clothing line. Yeah, this is a specialty item, and I'll also have cotton lycra as well.
The Bruno line.
This is the Bruno.
Does your body breathe?
It does.
No, can I touch Lou's bicep?
Oh, you want to go touch Lou's bicep? Lou, can she touch your bicep? All right.
Competition was just for the recognition, or was there money to be made?
Okay. Nikki, do you make any money competing? Do you have a cash prize, and is it like the guys?
The cash purses are kind of small for women, actually. The prize money is not where it should be for the women. Right. But that's just one small part of what we earn all year. We have guest closings, and we do seminars. We speak at high schools and at the malls. We earn money different ways all year round.
As a personal trainer, I can admire and respect the amount of work that these women have done. But I'm curious, is there a point where the amount of muscular development a woman has starts to compromise her feminine qualities? And if there is that point, what characteristics does she begin to show when she has gone too far and, you know, become more masculine than feminine?
I think we all hold our own. If you take a general lineup of women, not everyone's going to appear feminine or feel feminine. It really depends on how far you want to take it. You pretty much feel comfortable at a level that you've reached. That's why Debbie's competing fitness and Linda. And you really know how to carry it.
Good, Lou.
Bodybuilding and female bodybuilding is a very subjective sport. When you're competing in a contest for muscles, you want to be as maximum you can with the symmetry. It's not like basketball where the ball goes in the basket. We can't dispute in 2 points. So it's a matter of opinion.
But is there a point where you go too far?
I don't think so, because I think
as a female where you go too far, yes.
As a female competitor, I think they have a right. Never. Well, it's a personal preference.
All right, let me take a break. We'll be right back. Bodacious Bob. Big, bad, beautiful. Bodacious bodybuilding babes. Out there. Dr. Ann-Louise Allen is a personal nutritionist to some of the top athletes around the world, and she's here to shed some light on going too far, on some of the dangers that perhaps some of the professionals are reluctant, at least in some degree, to talk about. Okay, Dr. Allen, what about steroids? Are the ladies into what the men fell prey to?
Absolutely, under more pressure, because men have always been looked upon as muscular animals, large grazing animals in a tribe. And women have been taught to look feminine and petite, and only recently has it been acceptable that they have the muscularity of a male. And that has put tremendous pressure on these women and all women in bodybuilding and powerlifting to be similar to the men in terms of muscle ratios to body fat.
Yeah. Well, also you know, like I've been a gymnast since 5 years old. You know, it's just all my life I've been an athlete. So when I was 10 years old, I was more muscular than my average peers. I mean, they called me frog legs in high school and stuff because my legs were, I had this sweep on my thighs from being a sprinter. So I've always been more muscular than just a normal person.
But what about steroids?
Well, you know, it's an issue that, you know, we get all the time. And actually, you know, that's a male hormone. So when women...
We're tested so often that if we never really know when we're going to fly into Chicago and take the urine test that they make us take, you know, at a moment's notice.
Well,
we're given the letter.
Steroids is...
Conception, I have a great analogy. First of all, I'd say drugs don't make champions. You take Carl Lewis, for example. He could train 20 or 30
Carl
years.
Lewis.
Yes. He can't look like me or them. But if I train 20 or 30 years, I can't beat Carl Lewis in a race. It all has to come through genetics. These women are genetically gifted.
Is the bottom line too much pressure on women to be like men in bodybuilding?
I think, yeah, I believe that, but
We don't try to look like men. That's not what we're trying to do.
no, I'm talking about that the increase in acceptable muscle on a woman is now higher than it was 5-10 years ago. And of course, steroids is a problem. But you have to realize, wait a minute, wait, please let me finish. Please let me finish about the steroids. But the point about steroids is, and we've done the research, is that these women look like that from hard work. When you use steroids, you only get 10 to 15% more muscle increase. That's it. People think, oh, you grow to be a huge muscle mass by just injecting yourself with steroids. That's not true. Only 10 to 15%. These women are like that because they've worked their off to look like that.
Okay. Good. Okay, Bill.
That's exactly true. One of the problems with the constant media attention to steroids is that young athletes, young kids, are given the impression that they're more effective than they really are. Believe me, what they're talking about genetics is simply having the right body type, but it's plus hard work. Anybody who thinks you can get a championship performance or physique out of taking a pill is just doomed to disappointment. It just doesn't work.
All right, let me talk specifically to Kim, to Debbie, and Nikki, because you have the bigger tops. Are you under pressure to be bigger and bigger every year?
Every year, no. Actually, I'm at the size where I want to be right now. I don't want to get any bigger. So, in fact, I have to back off on my training. I can't train as heavy as I want to for fear of getting too big. So, I mean, I'm at the level now. I mean, if you ask us what my daily activity is, it's all bodybuilding. You know, it's like I get so many hours of sleep at night. It's very important. You know, I'm very regimented, and I'm sure that they are also, as far as their eating and their sleeping and their training. You know, we've been doing that for so long. And it's, after a while, you know, you get to a point where you get the size where we are now. You know, we don't need to get any bigger as far as the judging standards.
Is it big, too big?
Exactly. I mean, for me, I mean, I'm to the point, I don't want to put on any more size at all. And like what Chad and I have been doing for the past couple of years is working on refining me so that I'm sleeker. And my point is, if you know, like the judging or the way things go, want me to continue to get bigger, you know, I'll always be a bodybuilder because I love the lifestyle, but I would rather quit than keep getting bigger because then I would feel I would be pushing the envelope on that subject.
Nikki? Yes.
I feel I can get much bigger, but I'm not sure how far that's going to be. My body hasn't completely filled out. I just started training when I turned pro. I was only into training for 2 years, and so I know that with all my competitions, it's taken toll on my training. My total training time has been reduced. So if I were to grow, I think I'm going to reach my peak in 5 years. Which doesn't necessarily mean size, but it will mean a lot more definition as Kim has in her legs and more overall sharpness in my muscularity.
And Dr. Allen, do you think that she's surrendered something, Nikki? Or she will be as she grows?
Surrendered what, in terms of?
I don't know, femininity or...
Oh, no, I think she looks incredible. And really the point is that we're not talking about getting more and more muscle mass. Now the onus is on having the perfect body, which means holding ridiculously low levels of body fat that the human body doesn't like to do.
Is there an analogy to anorexia?
Absolutely. And a lot of the clients we have to treat them as if they're anorexic, because women who go into bodybuilding look in the mirror and they constantly say, God, I look awful. I don't look good. How can I look better? No matter how, I work with Miss Galaxy, and she's always turning to me in a bikini and saying, oh my God, don't I look horrible? What can I do to look better? I'm fat. She has 2% body fat, but she thinks she's fat. So it's very similar to anorexia in that they don't think they look good unless they're perfect.
Linda, do you deprive yourself?
Yes, I do at times. As far
I'm
as
having a hard time looking at you with that outfit.
Yes,
there. That's
you like
it is. Stands up at a moment's notice.
I want to see what you have underneath the...
Not much.
No.
All right, let me take a break. We'll be right back. Bodacious bod. Big, bad, beautiful. Bodacious bodybuilding babes. Out there.